Okay, do you guys remember the P90X guy back in the early 2000s? Because if you do, I have a story for you, and buckle up, it's a wild ride. The other day I was scrolling through TikTok before bed and I came across this grandma who was like ripped. I mean, she was shredded. And she was saying that she got in shape just from watching this one video. And of course I'm like, yeah, right, a video got you in this amazing shape. But then I went and watched the video and oh my goodness, it totally makes sense. Anyway, back to the P90X guy. Unfortunately, he was diagnosed with Ramsay-Hunt syndrome, which if you don't know what that is, it essentially made him unable to work out. He couldn't even walk. I'm sure, as you can imagine, it totally ruined his career. I mean, this guy was a fitness legend and icon. He was training tons and tons of celebrities that you probably know. Anyway, long story short, he was able to bounce back. And no, it wasn't from like a crazy workout or meal plan or insane amounts of protein or anything like that. He discovered this nutrient compound thing that basically allowed him to gain almost all of his muscle back without working out. I read the medical journal. It's actual science. It's so wild. And he made a video all about it. This 59-year-old lady watched the video and oh my gosh, she looks like she's what, 32 years old? I mean, her arms are so toned, her legs look amazing, her abs are popping, oh my god. And the best part is so many people are watching this video and they're getting the exact same results. I mean, this video is changing lives. So you have to watch that video now and then, you know what, you can just thank me later.
Aging is for idiots, okay? Let me tell you a little bit about me. A lot of you know my story, some of you don't. I was an Army brat as a kid. My father was a tank commander in the Army. I was also small. I was not athletic. So my behavior was fear, trepidation, and anxiety. My life changed dramatically when I went to the University of Rhode Island. And this teacher of mine was different than any coach or mentor or instructor I ever met before. It was like, hey man, you're not supposed to throw up in the middle of this routine. You're just gonna take it easy. Your job is to show up and be here. And it was incredible. And at the end of that semester, what happened? So anyway, that's it. But what it gave me was self-esteem. And I didn't know at the time the science behind it, but I just knew that I had more energy and enthusiasm for life. My success was a matter of finding the right people who really knew the ins and outs of the very, very, very dry science about something called sarcopenia, which is a version of age-related muscle loss. But it happened to me at an accelerated rate because I wasn't able to get out of bed for 4 weeks. This is the interesting part of the story that a lot of people don't hear about.
I feel really good, especially since I'm not in the gym doing any kind of workouts with the weights. I have definition in my legs, my biceps are back. The other best thing is my abs are back.
You pretty much lost all your fat tissue. I mean, that's hard to do.
Thousands of people are losing fat doing something that surprisingly has nothing to do with working out. If you've had a problem losing stubborn weight, gaining muscle, or even just feeling super low energy, listen to this video. This new science-backed discovery could help virtually anyone and might be the breakthrough you needed to get the physique you have been dreaming about.
The differences that I feel now is no question. I am definitely much stronger now. The muscle mass is staying. I don't have the lumpies behind my legs now.
So that was pretty cool. You know, when you have your wife of 25 years say, you look bigger and stronger.
I was so focused on my stronger because I feel stronger, but to see that there's a secondary benefit that I actually lost body fat was just outstanding and amazing.
The secret that will be explained in this video is in the combination of a particular amino acid and a nutrient compound. And the person who learned the firsthand benefits of this was none other than the creator of P90X, Tony Horton.
Here we go, next move. Are you ready to rock and roll?
He made a name for himself across the world for creating the hardest workout program of all time. But he nearly lost everything when he developed a disease that left him unable to walk.
This guy is not supposed to lose 25 pounds and, be emaciated and not be able to conquer the world. For me, there was a lot of prayer.
Desperate, Tony Horton needed to find a solution to stay in shape without being physically active.
My success was a matter of finding the right people who really knew the ins and outs of the very, very, very dry science about something called sarcopenia, which is a version of age-related muscle loss. But it happened to me at an accelerated rate because I wasn't able to get out of bed for 4 weeks. This is the interesting part of the story that a lot of people don't hear about.
One of the main building blocks of muscle protein is an amino acid called leucine, which is found in foods like eggs and avocados. When your body breaks down leucine, it produces a fascinating molecule called HMB. Think of HMB as the motivational boss of the muscle building factory in your body, getting the most out of its workers. HMB is life-changing, but you can only get a minuscule amount of HMB from eating foods that are high in leucine. For instance, to get enough HMB to really have an effect on muscle building, you have to eat about 100 eggs. But concentrated amounts of HMB became popular among professional athletes for one simple reason: because it works. In over 50 published scientific studies, HMB has shown to help increase muscle mass, reduce muscle damage, and improve strength in adults of all ages, especially those 60 or older. These studies have shown that HMB can boost protein synthesis by as much as 70%. Now for the second piece of the puzzle. The National Institutes of Health looked at how HMB performed in the human body when combined with another nutrient, vitamin D, the sunshine vitamin. Scientists have long known that vitamin D plays a role in muscle development, and yet over 40% of Americans are vitamin D deficient, which can accelerate age-related muscle loss. Now, if you go back to our factory analogy, vitamin D is like the workers on the assembly line, carrying out the boss's orders, which is why the combination of the boss molecule, HMB, and the factory workers, vitamin D, turns out to be such a match made in muscle heaven. In this study, Group 1 was given a supplement made of 3,000 milligrams of HMB and vitamin D3. Group 2 received a placebo. They tracked the subjects for an entire year, and here's what was absolutely amazing. The group that received the HMB vitamin D3 supplement showed measurable increases in strength and experienced a significant improvement in muscle function without doing any physical exercise. Another study looked at 75 female patients, all over the age of 65, all set to have orthopedic hip surgeries. The control group was fed the standard postoperative nutrition plan. The study group was given the same meals, but in addition, twice a day they received a protein supplement containing, you guessed it, 3,000 milligrams of HMB plus vitamin D3. Remarkably, just 15 days after the surgery, 81% of the patients given the supplement were mobile.
But in the control group, only 26% of the patients who did not receive this supplement were mobile 1 month after surgery.
Tony Horton certainly experienced his own miraculous results.
What are we doing here today? Well, they're going to put me on a scanner, a body scanner. It's going to measure everything from the top of my head down to my toes when it comes to my weight and my body fat. When I came out of Ramsey Hunt, I was in a bad way. Really bad, like scary bad. A lot of the things I was doing initially were moving in slow motion or not improving at all. And then when I made this shift, that was the big one for me. These numbers right here are maybe a little better than when I was in my mid-40s doing P90X. These are as good as they've ever been at 65. It blows my mind.
It took a lot of time and money for Tony to find answers and recover, and now it has become his mission to help others avoid the long journey. Here's the best part. There's a much easier way for anyone to get HMB plus vitamin D3 and experience your own transformation.
Introducing High Impact Protein from PowerLife, a next generation protein powder featuring HMB and vitamin D3, specifically formulated to help you build and maintain healthy, strong muscle mass at any age. The clinically studied mixture of HMB and vitamin D3 is the star of my protein blend, but we added a number of other game-changing ingredients. One of the most important is a specialized digestive enzyme called digozyme. Protein is only as good as the amount that your body can absorb. Thanks to the digestive enzyme digozyme, all the strength-building nutrients in our formula will quickly be metabolized and make a beeline straight to your muscles. High-impact protein also contains the essential nutrient chromium. Chromium helps the body more effectively process carbohydrates and helps you burn fat while maintaining lean muscle mass.
When I was 50 and I went through menopause, my muscle mass was going away. I noticed my butt was getting soft and mushy, which it's never been. And I wasn't able to run as fast because my glutes weren't strong. But I've been taking this protein powder for about a month now, and no question, my butt muscles are coming back.
Both our high-impact whey and plant protein formulas are sweetened with stevia leaf extract. There's no added sugar, artificial sweeteners, or alcohol sugar. So every scoop tastes naturally sweet with no extra calories, carbs, or fat, and does not raise blood glucose levels. And all of our formulas are gluten-free. Now, if you're wondering how you can try high-impact protein for yourself, you should know this formula is not available in stores. And here's why. While we could easily charge $100 per jar of high-impact protein, we took the unusual step of not selling this formula in stores where it would be subject to the expensive middleman markup and offer it directly to you online, which allows us to significantly reduce the cost to you, all the way down to just $69.95 per jar. Because because you've watched this entire video and I know you're committed to your health and your well-being. So I've asked my team to dramatically lower the price of high-impact protein for a brief period of time. If you order right now through this video presentation, you can get a single jar of high-impact protein for just $49.95. That's another $20 off the retail price. All you have to do is click the next step button below and you can have high-impact protein on its way to your door in just a few days' time. I'm Tony Horton, and welcome to the Power Life family.